Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, guys, I am devastated. On the last Ramblings, you heard me so excited and happy about the big news. I was going to be moving my Ridge crib, this camper trailer here, 18-foot camper trailer, up to the Ridge, to the off-grid property, and start the off-grid journey, right? Get the solar power going, get a solar house, move the camper up there, get the well, live on the off-grid property, and then build the off-grid timber frame SIPS panel barndominium. Is it gonna happen? I was so excited and ready for it to happen, but guys, big things happened since I talked to you last. Oh my goodness. Okay, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. The government won't let me build or tie in my own built solar power system into my off-grid timber frame barndominium. That is right. I am not, no clickbait here, guys. Straight to the punch. We're talking about this and this alone today. Okay, again, I'm Tim. I'm RidgeLife. This is RidgeLife Ramblings. This is my talk vlog channel. That's all we do is kind of talk about the things that happen over on RidgeLife. It's a little slow right now on RidgeLife because we're kind of in between, you know. I got divorced last year, moved to the off-grid property. We have a log cabin on the corner. We have 30.45 acres. We have a log cabin on the corner where my mom lives. We call her Grandma Carol. And right now I've got the Ridge crib, my 18-foot camper trailer, on the corner of that property, taking water off her well, taking power off her on-grid power. And guys, it's not where I want to be, okay? I want to have my off-grid journey up on top of the ridge, okay? We're down low right now. And to do that, moving this camper to where we're going to be building this timber frame SIPS barndominium is really paramount to that, okay? So building a powerhouse, a solar array, and getting the well and septic, that way the camper, I can live up there off-grid, 100% off-grid. Very, very important. And that's what I told you last week, and that's what I was so excited about. Don't know why I didn't do it sooner. So a year ago, whenever I was going through the divorce and moving back to this property, I contacted the County Building and Planning Commission. Unfortunately, we are in a county that does have building permits and code, okay, zoning. We are not in incorporated, we are in unincorporated, and this is agricultural use where we're at here on the ridge. These are agricultural acres. And forest land up on the ridge is considered forest land. I know I call it the woods, but the government calls it forest land. And so I called the Building and Planning Commission and told them, or actually I went by there. This was again about a year ago. I went by there and said, I need to get a building permit. I've already got one structure on the property, 30.45 acres. I want to build another. I want to build another living space, residence. They said, well, where's it going to be and what you going to do? So I told them all that, and I showed them the map, and I did a crisscross, and I got the permit going, and it was approved. The location and the building was approved. And of course, then I had to wait for the divorce to be final and all those things, and that was all, you know, throughout the winter there into spring. So throughout this summer, you know, I still work right now. I'm not full-time YouTube, and did a lot of soul searching, a lot of things with family and friends, you know, helping out the family there in Arkansas. Simple After Claim, Come On Homesteading, Country Road Cure, Drifting Dreamers 5, and Bobblehead Homestead, Dutch Creek, you know, or Drewsland. The list goes on and on. You guys know who you are. But now it's time, guys, to start RidgeLife's off-grid journey. So I called back up there after I told you all about the plans to move the Ridge crib up to the off-grid property. And I called the Planning Commission back, said, I am ready. Is my permit still good? She looked up my name and the address and everything. Oh, yes, sir, your permit's still good. Yeah, baby. And so I said, all right, well, what I'm doing, ma'am, is an off-grid solar-powered barndominium. It's going to be made out of timbers, big, you know, 8x8, 6x8, 8x4, 6x4, you know, all the big, beautiful timbers. And it's going to have SIP panel outer walls. And what that is structural insulated panels. OSB, polyurethane foam, and then zip board. They glue together, cam lock and you have a structural wall. No 2x4s, no 2x6s, and you just build your house. It's pretty crazy. I'll have all kinds of videos on that. And she's like, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. You need to talk to our chief building inspector. Well, I'd love to talk to your chief building inspector. And she gave me her name. So I called up the chief building inspector and repeated everything I just said. And I said, the question I have for you, ma'am, is on your how to get a building permit in this county. It's this, make it very easy. Step, kind of easy. Make it step. Under electrical permit, it says electrical permits provided by the provider. Okay, you get your, the county does nothing with electrical permits. And I said, ma'am, right here it says by the provider. Well, I said, ma'am, I'm going to be totally off grid with a solar powered array battery inverter system. And she says, well, you'll still have to have the service provider come sign off on it. I go, well, ma'am, Chickasaw Electric is not going to want to come out and have anything to do with my solar system. You know, they ain't making no money off me. And she's like, oh, well, in that case, and then you're like, yeah, that's when you go, oh no, oh, here it comes. She said, sir, well, in that case, you're going to have your system professionally designed, built, and stamped by an engineer. My jaw dropped. I was on the phone. Luckily, she didn't see it. My stomach just turned in knots. I live out in unincorporated rural America, Tennessee, West Tennessee, baby. I don't need an engineer to engineer my system. This isn't New York City, okay? I'm not building no Trump Tower. I'm just building a 1,600 square foot timber frame, SIPS panel constructed barndominium with initially probably 16 to 18 kilowatt of inverter, 12 to 24 kilowatt of solar power, and some batteries on this sucker, okay? I'm gonna make it where I can expand out as the need progresses. And okay, for some of you that don't know RidgeLife, my background, I was on a submarine, a nuclear-powered submarine. I was a nuclear power electrical technician. I took care of all the electrical power generation on a nuclear-powered submarine, fast attack submarine. Went to nuclear power school, electrical school, electronic school, generator school, motor control school. I did that for many years in the Navy. Then, since then, I've been in the industrial arena, doing industrial automation and controls, and now I'm a lead. I've been doing it over 25 years since I got out of the Navy. So I am a qualified electrician and electrical designer. I'm not a PE, I can't stamp drawings. I can make perfect drawings, but I can't stamp them, okay? I'm not a PE, professional engineer. So when she said that to me, I'm like, this is America. You should build an off-grid cabin, put off-grid solar to it. You're not gonna hurt anybody. But she said it had to be professionally designed, installed, and stamped by an engineer. So I clarified. I said, ma'am, are you saying the state won't let me do my own solar system for my house? She said, no, sir, I'm not saying that. I'm saying for you to get that permitted in the county, I'm going to require you to get that professionally designed, installed, and stamped by an engineer. I'm like, oh, and guys, anytime you're dealing with the government and permitting, you've got to be nice. You've got to be cordial. I mean, if I could have brought donuts over the phone, I would be shoving donuts down that phone receiver to be as nice as I can to this lady. And she wasn't rude. She was not rude. But you could tell. Well, so then I got to the point where I said, well, is there anything else I need for the SIPS construction? I said, ma'am, do you know what SIPS construction is? Have you ever, I'm trying to say it nice, I said, have you ever done a building inspection on a SIPS home before, structural insulated panels. She goes, no, I really don't. Is that where they have the styrofoam and they pour the concrete in between? I said, no, but that's very close. That is very close. That is very similar construction. But I said, no, I explained to her what SIPs were: OSB, polyurethane foam, zip board or OSB. I'm gonna do the zip board. You know, they cam lock together, and you erect your house at the factory where they do it, and then you re-erect it on the property, and it comes up in 2 days. And you have SIP panel roofs and stuff. So I explained to her what all that was, and I said, is there anything different I got to do to get my building permit approved for that? She goes, well, no, it don't sound like it. I just need to see the drawings. Well, now for that, I'm covered, okay? I am not I'm not an architect, right? I don't do blueprints for houses. I don't know load-bearing wall ratings and, headers, footers, all that stuff. So I'm going through Honest Abe Log Homes, and they're going to be drawing up my timber frame drawings to my specifications. On my last Tuesday Night Live on RidgeLife, I showed you all my drawings. Go check that out, Tuesday Night Live on RidgeLife. I showed you my drawing plans of my barndominium. So I've already given those to the Honest Abe Log Home. I'm going to be doing a trip out to, again, a Tennessee factory, baby. Both the SIPs and the timber frames are all done right here in America, right here in this good old volunteer state of Tennessee. So they're in Red Bowling Spring. Okay, that's where the Eco Panels of Tennessee is. Boiling Springs, anyway, near Moss, Tennessee. Moss, Tennessee is where Honest Abe Log Homes is. I'm working with them. Matter of fact, I'm going to get an appointment to go sit down with the architect, start my professional drawing package going, and they actually said I can do an interview with the president of the companies. Okay, and I'm looking forward to that. We're trying to work that out. And then also get 2 factory tours, Honest Abe Log Homes and Eco Panels of Tennessee. Interview the builders and do all those cool things and to find out what's that all about. Bring that all to you, right? So all that is going great. That's why I was so excited last week. And so I told her all that, and I said, I'll have a professional engineered package for not only the timber frame home. Once I get Honest Abe to build those drawings, I send them over to Eco Panels of Tennessee, and they convert those to SIPs to show. They actually put the conduit runs for the electrical panel in the panels with the boxes for your receptacles, your switches, a header for you mount your TV, your cabinets. All those chases and runs are all in the SIP panel, and they'll all be on those drawings. I said, man, I'm going to provide both those drawings to you so you can inspect, rough inspection and final inspect the house as we build it. And that hawk knows how upset I was. And probably my chicken over there, Elvis, do you know how upset I am? Do you, Elvis? He's speechless. Elvis is speechless. That's my Belgian duckle silky rooster over there. He's speechless. Normally he's just a roostering away. But so I told her I had all that covered. And so we should be good on the house. But she says I can't move forward. And I really don't run. I'm going to be off grid, guys. Because right here on the corner of this property, we've got power to my mom's log home. She's retiring in this property. We didn't want to do off-grid for her initially. Eventually, I'd like to make the log home off-grid, or at least maybe metered so I can get money paid from the government for a change. But so right now it's on-grid though. No solar, no backup power, no hardwired backup power. For mine, I'm going to do a hardwired backup natural gas generator, or propane generator, not having any cables, pipes, hoses, or anything to my property. Okay. Off grid, 100%, that's a 1 and 0, 0, off grid. But I can't do my solar power. She said no. He's like, Tim, just go out, have it engineered and pay somebody to have it built and have them stamp it. Guys, I'm electrical. That was the one thing I could do. I'm not gonna do the well. I'm gonna pay somebody to do the well. I'm not digging no well, 250, 350 feet. I'm not going to do the septic in the septic field because you want that done right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stinky. I don't want sewer coming up in my yard. So I'm not doing my septic myself. Plus there's state codes for that as well. State requires certain things with your septic. Interior walls, electrical, I can do that. And I want to do that. Electrical is what I do. And I know all about farads and watts and amps and joules, and I understand all that, right? I do that for a living, many years now. So I'm at an impasse. I'm at an impasse. I am not letting it stop me though, okay guys? This is not stopping the journey. I actually have some really good ideas I'm going to share with you soon on how to get around this and some things I'm going to do. But right now, at this point, I cannot design, build, and install my own solar system to the barndominium. I can't. I'm a member of a bunch of do-it-yourself solar power groups on Facebook. And I've put in my dilemma down there, and they say, of course, what state do you live in? What county do you live in? You know, blah, blah, blah. And I say that, and they go, that's ridiculous. It's a money grab for taxation purposes, right? It's a money grab or it's a power grab. They just want to have power over you to tell you what you can and can't do. Because what I'm told, now, I don't know if this is the case with the building inspectors in this area. So if you're watching this, I don't know, okay? But what I'm told is, it's the good old boy system. That the building inspectors are typically ex-contractors or the husband, sister's, wife's, cousin's brother of a general contractor or a contractor in the area. And they're going to want to ensure that Uncle Bubba Jr.'s sister gets the job. And if the American citizen, freedom-loving American citizen like you and I want to build our own house, do our own power, they don't want it to happen. They create rules and regulations, and sometimes, and as in this case, they make them up, I believe. Because the state is not stopping me. The government is. The government says, Tim, you can't design, build, install your own solar system to your barndominium. You can't do it. You're not allowed to do it. We're going to stop you, Tim. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I want you to stick around, okay? Because this is the beginning of this journey, okay? You'll see I've been doing YouTube for a few years now. I used to live on another part of the property, and we've since separated that out. I had a big house and barn and pond and all that fun stuff. Now I live in a camper on a ridge. Ooh, Widowmaker just fell. Good thing that wasn't on me. I live in a camper on a ridge, and I'm still upbeat about it. I'm still happy, right? I went from living in a 5,000 square foot house to 100 square foot camper trailer, if that. King size bed to little bit more than a twin in a coffin in the back of that camper. I don't even have water when it is cold outside. But things are looking up, and I hope you stick around for this journey. Guys, you got to be subscribed to RidgeLife. You got to be subscribed to RidgeLife Ramblings to hear what happens to this story. What happens next? Well, how am I going to resolve this? Okay, coming up soon, because I'm going to resolve it. Okay, I don't really know yet, so I can't say it, but I'm working on something to get this fixed. But I had to tell you, after how happy I was telling you I was moving up there off grid, to being told you can't do it. No, sirree, Bob, it ain't happening. Well, it's going to happen. And you're going to be with me. So subscribe to RidgeLife, subscribe to RidgeLife Ramblings. If you're interested in a lot of the technical things I do with all the solar and all that, RidgeLife reviews and how-tos. I'll be doing all the technical stuff on RidgeLife's reviews and how-tos. That's a third channel. And make sure you hit the notification bell, okay? When you click subscribe, a little thing comes up with a little bell. And there's 3 different options. A lot of people just click the bell and walk away. No. Click the bell and click the top selection. It says notify all. Because if you just click the bell, it's hollow, either black or white, but hollow. You want to make it solid white or solid black, depending on whether you're on a phone or a PC or a Mac. But you want to be notified when a new video comes out, because YouTube has been unsubscribing people, even members to the channel, right? I don't do members on RidgeLife Ramblings. I got members on RidgeLife. They get special emojis and badges and all that kind of stuff. We don't need no stinking badges. Well, some people like the badges. But make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell, and make sure you check back to find out what's Tim going to do about getting solar on the ridge. You're going to be excited to hear it. But I'm mad, and I'm not going to take it anymore. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed, blessed day. Keep rambling, and go Ridge Life.